final frontier. These are the voyages of Batman. This entire episode is about space. Space. You're supposed to do the echo space.
I did.
Remember?
I was doing it.
Space.
Space.
Space. There it is.
There you go.
Stop scrolling. For crying out loud, stop scrolling.
I know. If somebody doesn't stop for that, baby, then they're just not going to.
Lord,
They
I'm
just
telling
don't
you.
care.
I'm wasting my best material on this crowd.
I know.
This virtual crowd. I don't even know
Aw.
what to say.
All right.
So there you go. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Here we go.
How was your day, everybody?
It was a great day.
It was a great day. It's
Yeah.
hotter than Hades down
It
here.
is kind of hot down here.
You'll
We're
probably
gonna
just
be-
want to watch the show to watch my hair just
I
begin
know.
to fall.
Mine
just
will go poof and
just
his will
begin
go
to fall.
poof.
Yes, very good, very
There
good.
we go.
All right, so
All right, we're up and at 'em. I hope
We
all of you
are.
guys are too. It
Yes.
was a big day for the world today.
Today was a weird day.
Today's a weird day.
Watching the news this morning, holy crap, that stuff's depressing.
I know. We're not going to be those
Nope,
people today.
we ain't that show.
We're not that show.
Chris
we don't
and,
need to be that show.
No, Chris and Linda are here. You
We
like the
missed
glasses?
you.
Yeah.
You weren't here on Friday.
Yeah, you cheated. You disappeared, dude.
I know,
Look
I
at
don't-
these glasses. This is it.
You-
These are my spaceman glasses. So when we show videos of space today, I'm going to wear them.
Oh. Okay. Well,
Well,
I'm getting a phone call.
that's good.
Well, that's a scary thing because that means my messages are.
Why would you call right now?
That's a robocall.
Ugh.
Actually, they keep calling me, and I keep not answering, but they keep calling me.
Ugh.
So
Oh,
anyway,
we're going to get a message in a minute for voicemail.
oh, we might get one.
That's all right.
Yeah, I don't know why it's
There's
doing
worse
that.
things. There's worse things.
Yeah, so sorry.
Oh, there it is on the screen now. We're running a little
I
late. There it
know.
is.
All right.
We got Andrew Johnson.
Nice.
Little Fletch is on here. When I
Aw.
talk about space, I put
We're
the glasses
talking
on.
about space.
So tonight, Lil Fletch is the resident expert on space. He knows all things space.
Aw.
You're supposed to go space.
Oh,
So-
we just had some, Carrie just said, blessings to you. Please pray for my family as my dad passed suddenly yesterday while reading his devotions to my sister.
Oh,
Oh, my word. How old was your dad?
that is a cool way to go, though. I'll tell you that. That's
Oh,
a
my
cool way to
word.
go. But yes,
my
we'll
dad,
be
you know,
praying.
is on the show. He comes on and,
Yeah,
chats with everybody. But,
Yep.
oh, my word.
Neil Green is watching right now.
Is he?
Yep.
Yep. See,
So
there's my
Little
dad.
Fletch, sorry about that. Little Fletch is the resident expert when we do things on space.
He is our space person.
He is. He's our space boy. And so we have trivia tonight about space, and I'm
Yes.
betting money. I told Little Fletch if he can get all these right, he gets a shirt.
Did you say that?
I did.
Oh, if he gets them all right, well, who's
He-
going to keep score? He'll tell
Fletch
us.
will keep
He's
score.
honest.
He's like the world's most
Yeah.
honest kid.
He knows everything about weather, and
Flet-
he knows everything about space besides
Yeah.
Ken Hansen.
His outfit that he loves to wear for Halloween is the Weather Channel t-shirt, Weather Channel hat, and try to look like, what is it, Jim from the Weather Channel, that guy?
Jim from the Weather Channel?
Yeah, come on,
Oh,
that's the
yeah,
guy. If
the
Jim is on the
guy.
beach, everybody leaves.
Right.
That
right.
guy.
You know it's bad.
That's Little Fletch. So he knows all things weather.
Oh, this is a lawsuit with Soderlund and Soderlund for defamation.
Yeah, they were a disaster. We fired them.
Oh,
We went with
that's
Phillips and Tongue.
Oh, Carrie said
for-
her dad was 87 young, perfect health.
Yeah.
To go suddenly, though. That
Yep.
would be...
It's like my cousin Vinny went,
Yeah.
a few weeks ago, but as soon as he found he had...
We were just talking about this on
yeah.
the walk today.
As soon as
Made me cry.
As soon as he found out he had cancer, he told the doctor, before the doctor hardly got over him, he goes, great, I get to see my king.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Eternal cancer. Yeah,
Could
it's
we
just,
all have that
those guys are
attitude?
great. So your dad dying during devotions? Please.
I know.
That's it.
But that's hard on the people left
I'll
behind.
probably get
That's
run
the
over
thing.
by a lawnmower or something. Mine will be pitiful. You'll read about mine in the Inquirer. Does the
Yeah.
Inquirer even still around?
I don't
used
know
to
if
be.
it's called. I don't think so.
Inquiring minds want to know.
Now that you say that,
My dad used to bring
I
that
don't
magazine
know.
home when that first came out. I never told you this. My
Yeah.
dad brought it home. And after about the third or fourth issue, my mom says, because, it's like aliens are now living in baked potatoes. So be careful if you got, it's just random stuff.
he really does believe that, though.
Yeah. And then so my dad started to believe it. So I got it from him. And mom says, you can't buy that magazine anymore.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Dad was starting to believe, honey, Elvis is traveling the country. And he'd been dead for 10 years. But my dad, he was
Right.
old enough for Elvis.
Okay.
All right.
Herb Thurn likes your glasses.
Oh, thanks, Herb. When we talk about space
Don't
tonight, Herb, the
encourage.
glasses go on and we talk about space because these are my space goggles.
Somehow, you know what? Keep him on for a second.
okay.
They do kind of work with him, though, don't they?
They kind of do. The reason we're talking about space is because
I know.
from our house, you can see when they launch stuff. It's
Right.
really, really cool. House doesn't shake or anything, but you can see them. So that's really fun. And with everything crappy in the world today,
it's crazy.
we want to talk about space because
we're just
that
gonna
is
go
very cool.
A completely different direction.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because
I have this little saying I have to put out because I'm like, oh my word, this is so our life right now.
Yeah, this is it.
You guys will enjoy this. I'm sure you've seen this on Facebook, but I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so true. I think if Godzilla showed up, we'd be like, yeah, Godzilla, I can see that. I can see that.
It's Godzilla. Godzilla.
Godzilla just shows up.
Yeah, love it.
Yeah.
Let's see. Chris and Linda, they have 89 degrees with humidity. Tell us what your weather is, wherever you are.
It's hot here.
I'm
hot, and I'm never hot.
Now, Neil's been posting about what's going on in Dayton and Centerville, the town he lives in.
They were having a lot of rain, but we had a lot of rain.
So, and then Whit Hartman is watching us.
Well, we love her.
Yeah, Whit Hartman is the world's best school teacher.
Yes, and her brother is a state trooper, so we're all saying our prayers for her brother right now.
Yeah,
he's been called to some stuff.
Yeah, yep. So not fun.
So here's the thing: is that usually our therapy, we don't spend a ton of money, but we go into stores like Home Goods and just wander around and maybe see something we might use for the Warrior House.
Right.
So anyhow, we went the other day. I don't know if you saw Jim. He posted, but then somebody sent us these pictures. You guys, this is Home Goods. Like there's, and then I think that was
Ross. Is South Carolina, and that's Ross.
Yeah.
And then the nothing in the store.
Right.
And so the third one is Burlington Coat Factory. And this
Which they are going out of business, right?
Yeah, but she said not this one. Not all of them are, I don't think. But this one isn't. And so look at that place. That's crazy.
I know.
But we were in our Home Goods.
It was cleared out.
Yeah, you can almost bowl. And then we talked to one of the managers and asked him, why is it so thin? And he goes, they have not had a truck in 4 months.
He seemed kind of short, though.
Yeah, he was not short.
Yeah, but then somebody, I heard other people asking him, and he's like, no, we're not closing.
Yeah.
So I guess he gets asked a lot.
Linda Putt says hot and humid like Chris and Linda's. That's the thing about Minnesota with all the lakes around there. Same thing here. I mean, holy cow. When you get, it was 92 today, but it's like just... Your eye at 93 here in Orlando, your eyeballs literally begin to melt.
Yeah, it's hot. It's hot.
Michael Scott says mild and sunny in Buffalo, low 60s right now.
See, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty good there for Andrew Johnson up there, Little Fletch in Michigan, Petoskey, Michigan, way up there in the top. He says it's 65 and about to rain.
It's 66.
Andrew, give us a cloud report and a legitimate weather report. That was crappy.
We were hoping he was going to go to school down here. He was looking at some schools down here.
Yeah, I was looking at the big...
Emory.
Yeah, Emory-Riddle.
Emory-Riddle, yeah.
Yeah, and Susan Wells. Susan, we need a weather report on what the weather is in Toronto.
She's in Toronto.
We want to talk about good stuff today, Susan, so don't bring up any of your depressing news.
Yeah.
Yeah, none of that. Pandora says 83 and sunny, but low humidity, Pandora says, in lovely, where are they again?
I can't remember Pandora where you are.
I keep saying Alabama, is that right?
I think that might be right.
I'm sorry.
You'll have to.
Yeah, correct us. Oh, Linda says she's going to move to Florida, be my obnoxious neighbor. Well, we have an acre, so you can yell pretty loud and not hear the neighbor. Susan Wells says, oh, great. Here's Susan. Susan says it's 20 Celsius in Canada.
Oh.
Like that does anybody in the rest of the world any good.
I know. That means we have to do some math.
Okay. This is the only math I know how to do. I know how to do Roman numerals pretty good. And I know how to do this kind of math. It's literally double it and add 30. Boom.
Okay. While we're talking about math, I'm going to put this up.
Oh, yeah. This is my kind of math.
And I'm like, this is so Jim.
Huntsville, Alabama, Pandora lives.
Study finds parents can do a third of their kids' math, but struggle with the other 3/4.
Okay. When she showed that to me, I was like, I don't get it. I don't get it. I thought it was fine.
I thought that was so
Oh, man. I remember trying to learn fractions. I was just like motarded. Yeah. All right, Bob.
You didn't get it.
I'm here, so it's sunny, Bob says.
Oh.
In Buffalo.
Well, I can see that.
Everybody say hi to Bob, please. He's now joined the fray, and we need you all to say hi to Bob because members low self-esteem and his medication.
Bob, I know he told you, but I do have something for you today.
We have a special video for Bob.
I could not believe I found something like this.
Oh, Susan Wells now is correcting me. It's not just Canada that's doing Celsius. She goes, it's the whole world, Jim.
Well, she does have a point.
when Susan puts my name at the end of a sentence, I'm usually in trouble.
Yeah.
If she puts it at the front, hey, Jim, then it's usually nice stuff. But she goes, it's the whole rest of the world.
You know what?
Jim.
Just real fast, since Susan's on, I think you need to tell the story about Susan.
Susan P. Wells.
Yeah. He almost killed her.
I known Susan P. Wells forever. She married a star, a rock star. Susan P. Wells' husband is David Wells, who is the head of the Pentecostal Assemblies of Canada. Great guy. So anyway, Susan has hung out with us a lot for 30 years, and Susan loves to laugh, and she has the best laugh. But she also has asthma.
Bad.
Like bad asthma. It's like I made her an inhaler with a lanyard on it, so she's always got it with her. So we're at a hockey game in Phoenix, Arizona, which sounds like an oxymoron. But we went to the hockey game, and so it's Debbie, my late wife, David Wells, his wife Susan, and me. And we're sitting there, and I just keep ragging on Susan. I keep picking on Susan. She starts laughing. I love making her laugh. She starts laughing. And then finally David goes, "Are you going to be all right?" And she's over there, no.
She couldn't breathe.
She couldn't breathe. So I wouldn't let it go. I just kept going at it.
I know.
I thought it was funny.
I know you're all appalled. I was appalled when you told me the story. And then Susan, she amened it. She's like, oh, yeah, she had to go to the emergency room.
Did you know they have little hospitals inside hockey arenas? It would figure because of how violent it is. So my wife, Debbie, had to take Susan to the hospital in there, and they had to give her a nebulizer and give her a treatment, calm her down, and have her listen to some Mr. Rogers music.
Susan said that story is true.
It is. She's just.
And he says it almost with pride.
Susan she's
is,
kind of.
I know.
Kind of a weenie. She just said it's true.
Huh?
Did she say?
No,
it's
she
true?
told me it was true. Yeah. So people are saying hi, Bob.
Yeah,
hi,
Susan
Bob.
goes, Sonny knows better. All right, say hi to Bob, everybody. We got a special
No matter
video.
how much you try to murder me, I'm still coming for the holidays.
But the sad thing
love
is,
you.
Susan loves coming down here and staying with us, her and her husband, and they want to come down for the holidays. Their holiday is from National Potato Day to Veterans Left-Handed People Day, which is like 11 months of the year is how long she stays when she's here. It's like unbelievable. It's like Susan in your house is like mold. It just goes everywhere. It eventually gets in every room in the house. You can't just contain
She's
mold.
so bad.
It takes over the whole house.
She's
There
so
you go.
bad.
Sophie's here, honey, one of your favorite people in the world.
Hi, Sophie.
Sophie says she's seen a hockey game in Phoenix.
Oh, wow.
That's
that
pretty
does
impressive.
Seem weird, doesn't it?
It is kind of weird. It was very cool because you go there in short sleeves, you get inside there. It's pretty cool, because of the ice and everything. But
Cindy loves to ice skate. She was always trying to find places to ice skate down here in Florida.
yeah.
Yeah, especially like during the holidays. That's the time to ice skate.
Okay, so Chris Soderlund now is trying to redeem himself for that terrible fracas he created with Soderlund and Soderlund Accounting. He's now trying to show us he can do math. So he says 20 Celsius is 68 degrees.
Did you Google that?
Okay, Andrew Johnson. Okay, Andrew Johnson. We call him Little Fletch. Why do we call him Little Fletch?
Well, this is a family name. They have a dealership. It was after his grandfather, right?
Yeah, it would be Fletch's grandfather. And so
I thought his name was really Fletch.
Yeah, it's actually Andrew, but his middle name is Fletcher, which is the coolest name ever. Why would he want to go by Andrew? I'd go by Fletch. So I call him Little Fletch because he's the third Fletch. So Andrew gave us the full report of the weather in Petoskey, Michigan. So listen up, people. You couldn't get this out of Jim, whatever his name is, on this weather channel. Over at OVC 070, winds 210 at 9K, gusting to 2.1 KT, temperature 68, dew point 45.
I don't think you read that right.
Let us pray.
I think something was wrong in
you
there.
Think? You want to you try it?
No, I just mean I'm not saying I think if he were to read it, it would sound completely different to what you were.
Little Fletch is like a genius. Little Fletch is what I could have done with my ADHD because he's got ADHD to the second power.
Honey, I don't think he could beat you.
He does, but no, he gets so much more done with it. I pretty much flushed my life.
Right. I hear you.
Speaking of flushing, tomorrow we get flushed.
Oh, that's right. Oh, I was like,
that was a great transition. If this was a comedy album, that would be an excellent transition.
So here it is.
Here it is, people.
Yep. Tomorrow they leave. Pebbles and Bam Bam are going to go tomorrow. It's the big day. He's very nervous.
6 a.m. Yeah, I am. I'm very nervous.
Yeah,
Actually,
he's
I don't
nervous.
know. It's weird.
He's got to be by himself. I do feel really bad about that. I can't be there with him.
Yep, she drops me off at the door. I go in, and they wheel the body out at 10:30. So actually, 9 is the surgery, and I don't know how long. Bill Smithart just joined.
Hi, Bill.
That also means crappy weather up in.
Honey, I think it's just warm everywhere.
Tennessee. Bill, everybody's giving a weather report. We need to know what your weather is. All right, tell us what your weather is up there. Is he Chattanooga?
I don't know. No, you're Memphis, aren't you? I think it's Memphis.
Is it?
Tennessee. I can't remember.
Oh, Bob Atwood says we should film the stone removal, especially if there is screaming. Not funny, Atwood.
Kind of funny.
You want to tell what Atwood did with his poor daughter?
I just played
Jordan, which is your favorite candy? Your mom?
Oh.
Totally
our episode
believe
yesterday was
that.
candy.
Really? I'm glad.
Right, sorry. That's
Will you share
yesterday.
your Skittles with me?
So Candy Dudkowski is one of my wife's favorite people, and the world's best mailman is her husband, who's, by the way, working 12-plus-hour days.
Right.
With no days off. He's working 7s.
God love
So
him.
Candy Dudkowski, she missed most of the show. She joined at the very end, which was so disappointing because I thought we could have played with that all night. We got somebody named Candy watching the show. So then she went into her daughter's room, who was eating candy, and says, "What's your favorite candy?" And the video is the daughter goes, "Yeah." She says to the daughter, "What's your favorite candy?"
Right.
And the daughter goes, "You, Mom."
Right, which is the appropriate answer. We'll see. Oh, I just keep tapping. I gotta quit.
Well, stop touching. I thought you were going to use this.
I know. I don't know why I'm not.
You got to have it on a pad.
Okay,
or
sorry, guys.
It's all good. Patty Palamaki is now joined. He's way up in Michigan as well. He's in the UP. Patty's saying 50 degrees and rain the UP in the UP. Awesome. Anna Kane, we already got your weather report. Herb says, "Let Jim drive himself. That's too early for you, Sonny."
Oh, Paul Wood is on here.
Paul Wood.
Virginia is feeding me American brownies. What is Shelly feeding you? See,
Paul?
I just.
How you doing? I want to talk to you about some things, Paul.
Those are our Tasmanian friends.
Well, yes, that's
That
Tasmania. So, Paul, we need a weather report on Tasmania along with your
So it's
brownies.
morning there.
I don't
right?
know.
Morning.
Tasmania works like this. Their yesterday is our tomorrow, which is happening today.
Yeah.
That's
Profound.
good.
Right there
That's
from
good.
Jim Peters.
That's it.
There
People
you
say I'm
go.
not profound. Play that back, people.
I know.
Play that back.
You can't just get any of that anywhere, you know?
All right, so
All right, so we're going to talk about what happened, which was not all of the other stuff. We're going to talk about space.
space.
The final frontier.
Oh, I got to put these on when we talk about space, everybody.
Space,
All right, so Paul,
space,
these are on when we
space,
talk about
space.
space. And Paul's kind of a space head, so I got a word if Paul talks.
Oh,
too.
yeah, right. No.
He's an old druggie out of the 70s.
No, he's not a druggie out of the 70s.
Sure he is.
No,
We all were.
you are just
They
so
say
bad.
if you can remember the 70s, you weren't there.
Right. Oh, could be.
Yep.
Could be true.
All right, so we're talking about space tonight because we want to be positive.
Right, we're going to be positive. So, as you know, the space station went up, and it was a
been up
commercial
forever.
airline, basically, which
Yeah.
is kind of funny. Yeah, so it's with Elon Musk. But one of the first questions we have for you guys is, would you go up? So now they're going to be having, Virgin Airlines has Galactica Airlines or whatever, space lines, and they're going to have trips to space.
Fletch, you need to correct us on any of the
I
data
know.
we're getting incorrect here.
I know,
Okay,
we're
so
probably
Fletch,
getting there.
yeah, we did some typos, but Fletch, you corrected. So the question again is, would you do it?
Would you want to take a trip to the International Space Station?
Okay, just give us a yes or no. There's no 1, 2, 3, or 4.
Yeah,
it's a yay
it's
or
just
nay.
a yes or no. I'm
Yep.
just kind of curious if you guys would go up. I'm like, I have no desire.
Brent Young, that's one of ours. And Rick Lang is watching.
Okay.
We love Rick.
Oh,
He's
right.
our nurse. We have to have a nurse on site.
Yes,
Rick
yes.
Lang.
And how
Michael
was your
Scott
mother?
says that one tomorrow, today, yesterday, one from Jim Peters will have to work its way into the promo video. Linda
fine.
Putt says, your hair matches the glasses. I know it's a little hard to see, but they were just the coolest glasses ever. I forget who they
They
are.
kind of work for him.
Are they part
They're
of,
big.
part of the Flash?
That
All
would
right.
take up my whole face, probably.
Paul Wood. Ha ha. Yep. He says he was a druggie from the 70s. Okay.
Paul, please don't. be
Okay, so
offended.
here's what Little Fletch came back. Overcast at 7,000 feet, winds 210 degrees at 9 knots, gusting at 21 knots, temperature
Oh,
at
nice.
68, dew point
You know what? We
at
should figure that out.
45. I did it in aviation terms.
We should
before
figure
he-
out the knots.
Before he did it in cloud terms.
Yeah.
Now he did it in aviation.
He just put it down to our level.
He speaks languages. He speaks nerd and nerdess.
Right.
I think. I don't
You know what? The nerds are the ones that they rule the world,
They make
basically.
money.
Elon Musk
Little-
is really a
Little
nerd.
Fletch, I keep him on my speed dial because the boy's going to be money.
Yes,
All right,
yes,
Andrew
yes.
corrected us already. SpaceX is the company
That
that
launch.
launches the rocket.
Right. NASA gives them, I guess, the
Okay.
use of the.
Temperature, Paul Wood says the temperature in Tasmania is 5 to 14 Celsius. Paul, that's sort of a wide gap there. Can you kind of pin that down a little?
Well, that's the high and the low, probably. You know,
I bet
right.
he's just shooting it. He don't know. Do the math. So you got to double it and add 30 people. So if he says it's 5, if you double it, that's 10.
Right.
Then you add 30, that's 40. That's cool.
I got to tell you, this is a lot of math for Jim.
It's too much. I'm going to have a stroke. So Susan P. Wells said David is not listening right now, and she gave us a reason why. That I think where the
Well.
heck did it go? She said that David is currently on like a 25-foot ladder. So
Wow.
probably knowing Susan, it's cloudy with lightning. She put him up there.
No, she would not.
I think she would.
She loves him too much. She
Okay,
would not
Rick
do
Lane
that.
says he can't stick around. He just trying to drop in and say hi.
Aw.
Rick, we need a weather report. I said refart.
A refart.
I refart.
Could you
Weather
refart?
report before you leave. Tell us what your weather
Speaking
is.
of which, I found out you can't really fart in space. It's really dangerous because the gas. I went right there.
She went
Right
right there.
to the toilet.
You know what? Now we're going to get something
I
from
know.
Soderlin. Winter here, man, is what Paul Wood says. Of course, they're not summer; they're winter.
Right, right.
I knew
Okay,
that.
so what did he say the temperature is?
Linda Putz says FM and reaches to Pluto. I don't even know what you're talking about. Okay. All right. Susan P. Wells is giving us a space question. Little Fletch, listen
Okay.
up. Little Fletch, do you know what the Canadian arm is? What is it? The Canadian arm.
He would probably know it.
All right, Little Fletch, it's up there. What is the Canadian arm? Don't
Okay,
get
I'll
on
tell you what.
Google. Tell me if you know it.
And
Yay
we'll
or
go
nay.
ahead and go to this question.
Here we go.
Why did Elon Musk name the spacecraft the Dragon?
All right.
So it's called the Dragon.
All right.
And why do you think it's called the Dragon?
There's three possibles. From a Queen song named Dragon Attack, or number 2, Puff the Magic Dragon, number 3, or a reference to Dungeons and Dragons. One of those three is incorrect. The other 2 are erroneous. And I apologize. That is a space question.
Wait, what did you just? I don't know if you said that right.
Really?
Yeah.
I think I did.
Is it blue? Are those blue? Do you see blue?
No, it's kind of gray.
Oh, they look really
These
blue.
are my space glasses when we talk space tonight. This is what we wear, people. All right. Where's Lydell?
Lydell? Oh, I thought
Lydell's
I saw his
not here.
name. Yeah,
All right. Andrew
he's
Johnson
there,
says
isn't
number
he?
3 is his answer. JJ's here. God, we love JJ.
Yeah, Lydell's here.
Oh, he is. Okay. JJ's here. Number 3. Read Michael Scott's and mine. Oh, great. Now, Linda, I got to go do a whole bunch more math. I can't do it. Michael Scott, Linda was saying FM in response to my question, and you, Jim, glasses pick up AM radio. Oh, okay, got it. All right, Neil Green says 74 in Dayton and sunny. We expected to stay daylight and tell all about the sundown, and then we expected to get dark. Let us pray. No idea. No idea what Neil just said. He's that guy that prays over the offering, at church, and like, I don't know what he just said, but I like his voice.
My dad has the faith of a child.
Oh, he's awesome.
He's got the faith of a child.
But he
It's
also has the
amazing.
faith of a child when he does texting.
He texts sometimes like you.
He does.
Sometimes he doesn't put punctuation.
He's
in.
my father-in-law, and it's like when Neil and I text each other, it's like a 5-year-old stole each of our phones and is just messing with the keyboard.
Right.
Lydell says number 3. Michael Scott says he'll go with number 1, the Queen song. And Pandora goes with number 3. Pandora has sort of been sucking. Or wait, I can't say that. I got to use a Bible term because it's sort of a Christian station here, I
I know
guess.
what you're going to say.
Sucketh. Sucketh.
I don't agree.
Yeah.
I don't agree with that.
Well,
No.
she's bombed on the last one. Now, Heather Bemis joined us, but she's not here tonight.
Okay, so we'll go back to the question.
The question is, read the question
So
again.
why
Heather.
did Elon Musk name the spacecraft the Dragon? Jim, do you know the answer to that question?
The answer to that, honey, is...
Wait, did Andrew weigh in?
Who?
Andrew, did he? Fletch.
Little Fletch, he did. He
Okay.
said number 3. He said number 3, didn't you, Fletch? If Fletch, hold on, Bob Atwood, they don't make a helmet large enough for Bob's head, so no space station for
Oh,
him.
Paul Wood's got to go to work and do math. Have a lovely day, Space Tubbies.
Okay.
Oh, bye, Paul.
Paul left us?
Yes, he had to go.
Oh,
And
man.
Virginia probably is working.
Oh, good point. It's for number 2, Puff the Magic Dragon, and I don't know if Fletch got that right.
Yeah, it's Puff the Magic Dragon because nobody believed it could be done, and he wanted to show people it could be done. So he named it after Puff the Magic Dragon.
So Susan has laid a gauntlet down with a
Okay.
question to Little Fletch,
All
which
right.
says, do you know what the Canadian arm is? It's a
Canadian-
space shuttle piece of equipment, she says, but I'm not going to tell you.
Maybe it's
Look it
the
up and you'll
arm near the-
remember. I don't know.
I don't
Little
know.
Fletch is supposed to weigh in with an answer.
Okay.
Joshua Johnson said number 3. He was wrong.
All right.
Who's
A lot
number
of
2?
people said 3.
Yeah.
No, it's actually number 2. It's Puff the Magic Dragon. I thought that was really kind of interesting.
Cody says number 2, so he got it. Andrew Johnson said number 3. Fletch, you got the first one wrong. You already blew the T-shirt. Chris and Linda
Well, you
said
can
number
give him
2.
The best, like.
Poor Pandora, you hurt her feelings. Nah, she doesn't speak English, so we're fine. Patty Palamecki says 2.6. He's
Okay,
going with.
I hope everybody knows when you come on here, you just have to know you could, get Jim's humor.
This
at
is
you.
it's a stream of consciousness,
It's
people.
just a
Just
stream.
tap your foot in a little bit and get into the stream of consciousness. Now, Patty Palamecki understands me because his answer was 2.6. Okay? So I don't know if he just doesn't remember the question or the answers, or if he's telling us that converting Celsius to Fahrenheit is 2.6. I don't know.
I don't know. That was a lot.
It's Patty. We went to college together, and neither one of us learned a dang thing.
All right. So
Linda Putt switched her answer to number 2.
well, that was pretty smart.
She's no dummy. That's what I love about Linda.
All right, so we're going to go to another question.
Oh, yeah, here we go.
All
Hold
right.
it. Got to get the goggles on.
So I thought this was kind of interesting.
Space question.
Yeah. How much would NASA charge a civilian to stay at the International Space Station?
Huh. 1, not even possible to stay there. Stop it. Number 2, $318,000.
Oh, that's for a night. I'm sorry.
One night.
One night.
Number 3,
One night at the space station.
35 grand. So number 1, not possible. Can't do it. Next. Number 2, $318,000 per night. Or number 3, $35,000 per night. I gotta clean these.
And again,
suckers.
it's a night. It'd be a night.
One night. I think we said that 5 times, but we got it. We don't want people showing
Okay.
up going, they said I could stay here all week. That's my wife.
Okay, while we're waiting for that, I thought I would show you this. So this is the different cockpits.
Oh, isn't this cool?
Yeah, that's 1964 at the top and then 1987 in the middle. You probably can't see it real well, but you guys, so now this is the Dragon from 2014, the SpaceX Dragon from 2014, but it's all touchscreen. There's no buttons. Well, buttons.
You
I
just
just
did
did
it.
it.
You just did it.
My daughter always says buttons. Like she doesn't say the T.
Yeah, she drops the T's.
Drives me crazy, and now I just did it.
Well, then if she says
Buttons.
if she says butthead, what is it? Butthead?
But
Butthead?
yeah, just be.
I don't even know.
I know.
Okay,
I
so
wouldn't
answers
even-
are flying in. Pandora's coming in again. She's coming back. She's going with number 2 for her answer. Michael's going with number 2, which is 318K. Soderland say 1. Both Soderlands, they hardly ever unify on everything. Since the lawsuit, it's brutal in their house. They got a piece of duct tape down the middle of the floor. His side, her side. It's ugly, people.
That's right.
Linda Putz, she's never been right, says 3. Neil Green's going with number 1, which means no way, not possible,
Not
can't do it.
possible.
JJ goes number 2. I love JJ. Lydell goes number 2. He's hardly ever wrong. Chris Soderland again. All right. Jim is always a space cadet. Herb, stop it. I am so offended. I am signing off and calling the Romulans to attack you.
Who is that?
Pandora. Who else?
I'm like way behind.
Cody says, I'm in space all the time. Headspace. Oh, nice, Cody. Yep. Cody is good people. One of ours that we just posted tonight. All right, there you go. Cody's going with number 1. And Andrew Johnson's going with number 1. It ain't possible. You know what? I got to tell you, Fletch is bombing on this test.
Well, you know what? We're going to teach him something.
I
That
ne-
would be amazing, wouldn't it?
This is a moment I never thought little Fletch would ever learn anything from. I got to tell you.
He's a little amazed too.
This is what it feels like. I got to tell you, this is kind of cool. This is what it feels
Yeah.
like to know something that he don't know.
This is like
The kid is like a men's, I'm telling you. Yeah.
That's nice.
How's that fan work?
I know. I won't let him turn the fan on.
Yeah, we wouldn't
My
want to
eyes-
have that.
I've been on the computer all day. My eyes are really dry.
I-
Okay.
I feel like I'm in a deposition
I
here.
know.
All
God
right.
love him.
All right, so the answer is
Okay. It's $35,000. You can. I know.
it's a deal.
It's a deal.
Hey, Dad.
$35,000 a night.
Dad just sold the place. He could spend a night up there.
There you go. You can go up there and stay for a night for I mean, seriously? And how many people can it hold? You know? Like, that's just crazy. So,
That's
but
insane.
here,
Oh,
so
yeah.
this leads us to the next question. So it's 35. Would you think that's that I could do that? Maybe I could spend 35,000, but then you got to get there.
Yeah, that's
you know,
the
sort
problem.
of like the hotel. Well, how
Yeah.
much would it cost to get you to the International Space Station?
Well,
Is it
since
a
all
million, 10 to 20 million,
Oh, yeah.
30 to 50 million?
there you go. So which answer is it? How much does it cost you to get to your one night at the station? $1 million, 10 to 20 million, or number 3, 30 to 50. All right, so weigh in on that.
Okay, Soderland, it's actually the Sonny and Jim show.
Neil just says he would rather send his son-in-law.
Oh, I think that's you. I
That's a
don't think he
terrible
meant
thing to
stale.
say about Dale.
loves you.
Lydell's going with number
He loves
1.
you.
Chris and Linda are going with number 1. And Linda says, can I borrow 35? Great, Jim. Soderland's going with 1. Steal of a deal, Pandora says. Yep. Michael Scott's going with number 2. Neil Green's going with number 2. Susan McKinnon's Susan Wills.
What did she say?
Susan Wills.
Is that American or Canadian dollars? That'd be American dollars.
In Canadian, that would be like twice the amount, isn't it? What's the exchange rate, Susan?
No, we're like, it's,
Are we weak?
yeah.
They're stronger
yeah,
than us?
I think they're stronger.
Son of
I know.
those Canadians.
That's what happens.
It's the Looney. The Looney did it. Lisa Cloud has joined.
Hi, Lisa.
I gotta put this on for the boys.
Lisa's texted me today, and I've been working all day. I haven't had a chance to answer her.
Lisa, where are you? The boys watching, that's the only reason I want you watching. If the boys aren't here, go ahead and check off right now.
I know, we love her voice.
Randy Phillips
She's got
is-
the best voice ever.
Oh,
like
yeah,
ever.
yeah, they do. Soderland and Soderland don't count. No, you don't. That's true.
The Sunny, thank you.
Yeah.
Sunny and Jim show.
Cameron Rivers just joined in again. Cameron, you missed the questions. It's space night, Cameron. It's space night. We're all doing things space. We
Yeah,
wear
we're
these.
sticking. I mean, this was big news.
Big news.
Yeah, this is huge. Like, this is going to lead to so many other huge things. And
Yeah.
I mean, the plans that Elon Musk have are amazing. And I feel like because of everything else, it just kind of got,
Lisa says the kids aren't
Western.
home.
aw.
In a few minutes, actually about 2 or 3 minutes after the next question, we have a world premiere.
Yeah, but I do have to also show something for Bob.
Oh,
If
we
Bob
can
is
show that
still
first.
there. Okay.
Is Bob still
So-
here? He's not been weighing in on anything.
Anyhow,
Let's
it's-
call
we-
Atwood if he's not here.
It's actually 30 to 50 million to actually get to the space station. So you got to get there in order to then be able to stay there. So it's number 3. I don't know how many people said 3.
I don't think so. Yep.
Oh, some
Jo-
people said 3.
Oh, yeah. Josh,
Yeah.
50,
Andrew
deep one,
said
52. Yeah, it's number 3. JJ, you
Yeah.
got it right. You done good, JJ.
And Andrew got it right.
Gabe Gonzalez, it's another one we just tagged.
It's
And
hard.
Dora Johnson, Fletch's mother.
Oh, hi, Dora.
We love Dora.
Yeah.
We're picking on Fletch a little bit tonight. Telling you space night.
All right.
All right, so we're showing the Bob video.
It's hot.
Nobody said
first,
hi to
I'll
Bob,
ask a
did they?
question. Yeah.
Did they? Okay.
He just wasn't paying
No.
attention. He's got his mind on other things. Since he's
Cody,
gotta-
Cody, you missed it. He said number 3.
Okay, so
Ted.
we're going to go to the next question. I thought this was really kind of interesting.
Oh, Bob is still
Elon
here.
Musk is said to be the real life version of what
Ah,
character?
what character? Number 1, Tony Stark. Number
Iron
2,
Man.
yep, Bruce Wayne.
Batman.
Number 3, Professor X.
X-Men. There we go.
So which answer? It said that Elon Musk is basically the real life version of what character. So in other words, in the movies, they kind of base this character
Yeah.
somewhat on him. Who would that be? All right.
Okay. So, you guys, I was looking through like fun old videos to play for you guys
Yeah.
tonight, and this came up.
Okay,
and I'm
Bob,
like,
stay focused. here.
Bob, you got to watch this.
Turn the audio up,
You
Bob.
guys have to listen.
Yep.
We'll kind of have to clue you.
Do you want to tell him the movie?
Hurry! Fan and shield the reactor!
I hope that door holds if it wants out. Hurry up!
Here it comes. You heard one of them.
It's enough to kill 100 men.
I think you killed him.
Look at this face.
I'll be all right.
hands are hurting.
No, I'm not leaving.
Bob.
Yeah. You
It's on!
They won't die.
Eric, hurry! Hurry!
What about Bob?
There it is.
Nothing we can do to get that brat up there fast.
What about Bob? Bob. What about Bob? They can't leave Bob behind.
Isn't that the best? Look at that box. That box is heavy, people. I'm telling you right now. I hope my
What
grind
about
doesn't
Bob?
go out on this. Okay, this thing is hot. Okay, my hands are falling off.
I know.
Makeup.
That was it.
That's it. Okay, I think we are. We got 16 people. Should we reveal the number? We got to answer the question.
we gotta answer the
Michael
question.
Scott says number 1. Tony Stark. Linda Putz says number 3. Hasn't right in a week. Bob Atwood says it's awesome, and he's beginning to cry.
I know it was kind of soft. I should have tried to. I don't think I could have made it louder though.
I don't think so.
No.
Lydell says number 1. Cody's number 1. Pandora's with number 2. Again, Pandora's just had some real bad times here lately. I think she's been inhaling a lot of fertilizer out in the garden. I'm thinking. I don't know. It's
So
just my
mean.
thought.
So mean.
Chris and Linda are number 2. Bob Atwood, of course, number 1. JJ, number 1. Here we go. What is the answer?
The answer is 1, Tony Stark.
There you go.
So actually, Robert Downey Jr. did kind of when he was, and I think they use actually Tesla motors for some of the filming.
Probably. I
Yeah,
don't know.
he used his his office building.
Oh,
Anyhow,
okay.
I thought that was really interesting. I think I'm melting.
I didn't see Little Fletch's answer on that. I think Little Fletch
No, I
lost
think he
interest.
got it.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, I think he got it right.
Okay, he better, because I might give him the shirt if he can bail himself out here. It's not looking good, though. All right, should we have the world premiere?
I know. So Jim,
All right, so I made some connections today. I made some phone calls today and got a hold of NASA, got a hold of Trump and some other people, and I said I've got a massive audience, and I need to show some footage from the space station. And they were kind enough to send it to me. It was by courier, came in a hermetically sealed bag, didn't it, honey? I don't even know what a hermetically sealed bag is, but it said hermetically sealed. So it's a guy named Herman who sealed the bag. All right, so here we go.
actually, okay, here we go.
Here we go. We're not on, honey.
Vstupujeme dovnitř. Je tu vzduchoprázdno.
Comrade, I have to use toilet, please, too. Oh, Dad's going to want those when you're done, Bob. Don't jack them up. Those are from the furnace. Those are the vents to go to Mom's room. Okay, don't touch anything. Oh, comrade. Okay, there you go.
Okay. Oh, this could be bad.
This could be bad. Oh, there
No,
we
we're
are.
there.
We're back.
We disappeared. We don't know what happened.
That was a lot, people. You could see that the FBI didn't want that to air, so they actually cut us off when the video was playing.
I know.
That's fresh footage. I think right now I'd like to see some thumbs up and some happy faces and things, because that was our world premiere. A lot of you people got got committed to this coming to
Right.
watch
That's
it.
exactly why they came on.
Yeah, it did. A lot of people. Look at
Right.
the
Right.
the throws, the thousands and millions are participating now.
Right.
Andrew Johnson, he's back with us. What did he say? The Canadian arm is used to grab satellites and repair them. Also, the arm is used to grab cargo and move it.
Oh, okay.
Little Fletch.
The Canadians, they brought something to the table there.
Linda Putz wants to know if Bob's here. Well, we had
Bob
him,
is here.
We had him here, so you don't know. Bob has the amazing thing about Bob Atwood. He has the world's most boring job.
Why would you say that?
It is.
You don't even know what he does, really.
Yeah, I've even been to the company.
No, you haven't.
Yeah, and I have no idea. He's told me
been
3
there?
times what he does. I have no idea what he does. It doesn't make any sense.
You know what? Maybe he can't tell you. Maybe it's that secretive.
Lydell
He
was
just
very
can't tell.
impressed. He gave me big smiley faces for the video. That was a good video. You got to admit. Where can
He
you
searched hard for that.
only on a program of this quality can we afford to fly in Russian cosmonaut science fiction movies from the 60s. Nobody else has that.
I gotta tell you, those Russians, those people stay up in the International Space Station forever, for months at a time. Which leads me to the next question. We're gonna go to the next question. What is the International Space Station is comparable in size to?
Oh, yeah. A 3-bedroom apartment, number 1. Number 2, a 6-bedroom house. Or number 3, about the size of a football field, square footage, okay, is what we're talking about. So which is it? 3-bedroom apartment, 6-bedroom house, a football field, basically, in square footage. So Pandora has said this show is very educational. We're shattering things right now.
I know.
You know,
it's just too much almost.
We'll
isn't
just
it?
do a little segue. We'll just do a little segue here because most of our fans are still here. So the interesting thing, guys, is with what's happening in the world today, up in Minnesota, which is where I'm from, there's some stuff now going on in Ohio. It's all over the planet now. Sonny doesn't like it when I use this word, but it's really stupid. I mean, the man died. That was just stupid. And now everybody else is acting stupid. She uses a different word, but I mean, it doesn't make any sense. But I will tell you this. When God created me, I wrote this down today. When God created me, I guarantee you he never said, hey, let's put the answers to world peace in Jim Peters' head.
Oh, you know what? That's very enlightening, honey.
It is.
It is.
Yeah.
I
So
gotta tell
it's
you.
like, I hate, and there are people on Facebook who really think God put that in their heads. I remember when people were all up in arms about abortion, and it's a horrible thing, but I don't know how all that works. God never put how the answers to that question.
Oh,
in
you
my
mean how
head.
to make them come together?
Yeah, to make them come together.
Right.
You know, it's like, oh, no.
No,
So
it's
I don't
hard.
know. It's like we've said about a lot of churches. I love what God's doing in churches. Somebody has to be a keeper of the flame. Our ministry is involved in Wounded and all these other guys. It isn't really involved in a lot of churches, but somebody has to keep the flame. I appreciate that. I respect that. But back to the point, God did not put those answers in my head. And so when she and I were walking today, we made a commitment. We said, no, we're going to stay on because this is something that we need now more than ever. COVID was weird.
Yeah, it was weird.
But now this is just evil. And quite frankly, you can use my word, stupid.
It's
just insane.
I know. I can get. That's why my shirt today.
Yeah.
It's like, this
oh,
is
so
my
you got to
mood.
stand up because you can't
Yeah.
see what it says.
It says
for
my
mood.
current mood.
My current mood.
It's just look
Yeah.
at his face. I'm like,
Hashtag
that
my
is-
current mood.
That is so my mood today.
It is, and I put this on because of we want to be up in space.
Yeah.
Let's get away from this. Take a look back at the world, and everybody looks the same when you look back at it. You know
Right.
what I mean?
That's so true.
We're
And
all
then,
the same.
Yeah. We
Yep.
all look. We're just little ants moving around trying to get by.
Yeah.
Crazy world. Crazy.
All right.
I tell
Heather
you.
Bemis is now finally on. She's missed about 11 questions, Heather, but
I
that
know.
means you passed that part of the
Okay,
test.
so the international. Did you see what people's
Oh,
answers
I
were?
apologize because I was
The
ranting there.
space station is comparable in size to. I know this is so important. This could change your life.
It could. Living space, Michael Scott says, number 2, which is a 3-bedroom apartment.
Oh, it's
And
a
Chris and
6-bedroom
Linda
house.
said they're learning a lot. Cody says number 4. Cody, we don't have a number 4. Cody, focus up.
You don't mess with
Okay,
her.
Michael says, okay, Cody
Oh,
says,
there's
now he's going to
Breeze.
number 3. Yes, Neil Green's number 2, honey. JJ number 3.
Wait, what-
Cody
I
says
forgot what
Texas
it is.
numbers. Linda Putz loves it. Heather Bemis, Pandora's number 2. Herb says the answer is there, you just can't find it. I don't even know what you're talking about. All right, Linda, Jim is Einstein. Thank you. I like the world. The world isn't saying it is stupid. Pandora says, yep. Or
Yeah.
Linda Putz says it is stupid. JJ COVID is still here. Yep. It's just, we're our worst enemy. It's just crazy, crazy dumb. Ron Hansen is joined. He's number 3. Heather goes with number 3. Chris and Linda number 2. Bob Atwood. Did you know the ISS is, no, can't read that.
What did he
Okay.
say?
No, because it's one of your questions for later.
Oh. Well, no, that's not. No, that's not.
No, was it? You
Oh,
didn't do it?
kind of. Well, we can skip that question.
Yeah,
But
thanks,
anyhow,
Bob.
Okay.
We dedicate a video to you. We have everybody love you when you come on and you blow one of the questions.
All right, you guys, it's number 2. It's
Number 2.
It's the size of a 6-bedroom house. You know what? I'm sorry, that's still not big enough. Like to live there for like
Well, and it's
months
also-
and months at a time.
It's like what are those gerbil trails?
Right.
You know, it's just all straight lines.
the Russians
so.
have a side, they said, and then the Americans have a side, and I'm like, oh Lord, no. There's 2 bathrooms.
6-bedroom house.
Yeah, 6-bedroom house.
Yep.
Still not big enough. Not big enough. Right?
Yeah, 2-bedroom house. Okay, all right, 3-bedroom house, whatever it is, Michael. Okay, there you go. I don't know what he's talking about either. All right, what do we got now?
So the next question
Yes.
is, I'm sorry, I'm
Heather
lost.
Bemis just said, hey, Bob.
What is the cost to build? So the International Space Station is the most expensive object ever built. So the most expensive object ever built is
Yep.
the International Space Station. Okay, so what is it worth?
Yep, number 1, $7 billion. Number 2, $120 billion. Number 3, $1 trillion. What's the answer there, people?
All right. Just
Co-
more knowledge,
Linda wants to know if it has a huge kitchen. I doubt it. You're in that space
Okay,
ice
well,
cream.
they don't have refrigerators, right?
Yeah.
They said nothing is refrigerated.
Okay, space food. Let's talk about that for a
Okay,
minute.
let's
What
talk
we've
about
learned
that.
from
Right.
space food. The one thing I remember about space food is Tang. Wasn't Tang invented?
I don't know. I didn't know if that
They
was.
called it maybe they call it the drink of astronauts or something.
They
Didn't
did
they?
call it
For
the drink.
Tang?
You know what? Maybe it was.
And then the Bic pen. Remember the Bic pen which would write
Oh.
upside down? They called it the
Because-
space pen.
Oh.
Yeah, I think that's
See,
one.
I'm not old enough to remember that.
Give me some other ones that you're shut up. And then the other one, what was the other one? I can't remember. There was a bunch of stuff that they thought came from space.
Really?
Yeah,
I did
don't
find
know.
out they also have to work out for 2 hours a day in order to attain muscle mass
Oh,
because
yeah.
of no gravity.
Ron Hansen says, hey, Herb. We may have to block him. That's not one of our, we say, hey, Bob. We don't say, hey, Herb.
Well, I say hey her.
Michael Scott says, number 3, 1 trillion. Cody says 1 trillion. And Rolf is joined. Hey, Rolf, Tang was invented for space. Thank you, Rolf.
It
These
was
good
invented
people.
for space.
All right.
Okay, that is interesting.
Andrew says the answer is
Yeah.
number 2. Pandora says number 3. JJ says number 2. Chris and Linda are going with number 2. Heather Bemis, number 1. I think only the number 1 works on Heather's keyboard. She's just answering everything 1. Linda Putz says, bummer. I would never want to go there. Tang was for astronauts. Heather Bemis, Tang, that gross stuff. Heather, come on. I remember space ice cream. That was it. Now they call it Dippin' Dots. What happened to space ice cream?
Oh, but that still had to be kept cold, right? Because they
I
said
don't
there's no
know.
refrigerator. Not on the space station.
Well, you don't need it. You just stick it out the window. It's like 200 below.
But no, you can't stick anything out the window.
You don't think so?
No.
I don't know.
No,
We
it's-
got to ask Fletch that. Dora
I
says
think
number
so.
2. Now, is Dora cahooting? Is that a word?
Cahooting?
Cahooting with little Fletch on the answers.
Okay, if it is a word, do we use it?
I don't know.
I,
What did the astronauts drink in the 80s? Cody wants to know. I think it was Tang, knucklehead. I don't know. What do you got? Dora says number 2. Ron Hansen says 408. Cody says Tang, nasty stuff. Chris and Linda, my wife has fallen asleep. Jim, you are no longer exciting. Oh, Pandora says, yes, we had some one time as kids. It was awful. Tang.
Tang.
Yeah, my niece lived off Tang.
Right.
Heather Bemis says, yes, good stuff. There you go, Heather.
All
All right.
right.
So the answer is, ladies and gentlemen,
All right.
verbal drum roll.
I know it's
Back to the glasses.
$121 billion.
I thought you were going to put the answer up.
Okay. Oops. Sorry.
People
The
like
cost
to see
to
this.
build. There we go.
Here we are. The
There we
International
go.
Space Station. How much?
120 billion.
Wow.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, just for
That's probably more money than the gross national product of some African countries. I'm guessing.
Right.
Right?
Right.
I don't know.
Exactly.
Probably.
Exactly.
Probably. You know, that's a show that made me think of it because there's that African guy, Usman.
Usman. Oh, I know. Yeah.
90 Day Fiance.
That's one of our indulgences. Actually,
Guilty
it's
pleasure.
Jim's
Yeah.
guilty pleasure because I don't really.
It's nice
They're
to
crazy people.
every now and then.
Nothing
It's
personal.
it's nice to watch people's lives collide.
They collide.
Oh, Lord.
Like you look at them and go, really?
At least twice an episode on 90 Day Fiance, I walk to the screen and I go, "Don't you have Google?"
Right.
Yeah,
Is
because
there-
they're like, "I didn't know you ate goat." It's Africa.
I know. What reality show do you guys watch that you just really don't want anybody to know?
Ronald Hansen says he wins. Linda says yawn.
I actually used to watch 600 Pound Life. That's one of my, I love that show. I know.
Yeah.
He really didn't enjoy it, but he started liking it.
Yeah, and the problem was I wanted to eat during the show.
No, you don't. I know you do not want to eat while you're watching.
Okay, there
It's
was
kind of like one of those. That
There
you're
was
like,
one episode of 600 Pound Life where the guy was 1,000 pounds.
It
Remember?
was 1,000 pounds.
He was 1,000 pounds.
Or close to 1,000.
And he kept cheating. And I think I told some of you this before, but he kept cheating. And when he got into the hospital and they got him on this 1,200 calories, his wife kept sneaking him pizzas that night.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it's not one pizza, it's like 11.
Right. It's like, yeah.
Okay, so he's not losing weight. The doctor comes in, has the best sarcastic line. Hey, nobody's got line of the day yet. What's up with you people? And the doctor puts his hands like this and he goes, "You're not hungry. You have eaten 1,000 pounds of
Right.
food."
You're not going to starve.
Sarcastic line of the day, people.
Oh, that's
Heather says she
awesome.
has to wash her hair. Heather, I understand now where you struggle with some relationships. Really, Heather? You got to announce that here to the crowd? I don't even understand that.
Donald dyes his hair with Tank.
Well, that could be. That could be. Were you able to see the space station launch? You've
You
been
know
sunny.
what? We didn't. Actually, we had taken the day off and kind of lost track of time. And
Yeah.
so we were just watching nothing. And we realized
Yeah.
we missed it. But it had been canceled from the other time.
We watched it on reruns, but we didn't see it outside.
Yeah, we saw it on reruns.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So,
I know.
next question.
I know. We are. This is kind of, I guess it is kind of boring tonight, you guys. Sorry about that. I wasn't in a very happy mood today. God love Jim. He was trying to help me. I watched way too much news today. I
Yeah,
should
she
have
did.
just turned it off.
Yep.
I watched
Turn
everything.
it off, people.
Yeah.
It's like, JJ, don't watch it.
I know.
Don't watch it,
can't.
JJ. You don't need it.
You can't watch it.
You don't need
it. It's just too much. It's too much. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. I know what's really kind of interesting. You guys will like this. Here it is. Here we go. Besides
Okay.
the moon, the International Space Station is the what
Blank.
brightest light in the sky?
Okay, it's the second brightest light, the 10th or the 34th brightest thing in the sky at night, obviously.
Hey,
So it's one of those. So talk amongst yourselves.
amongst yourselves.
Ralph says lots of sad stuff happening. Yes, Ralph, that's true, but not here.
I know.
this is
We're
a happy
trying to
zone.
be like a happy place.
We are
like,
the Sesame Street for adults with ADHD.
Well, we went
Actually,
as
I
a-
like that, Michael Scott. We are the Sesame Street for adults with ADHD.
that would be good. And we're just a community. We're all together. We're all in this. We all love each other.
Yep.
We all kind of know each other now, even though we're all over the place.
Yep.
Yeah.
A little bit of housekeeping here. We really need you to share. If you want us to keep doing the show, there's about 16 of you watch, but we pick up a lot in reruns. And if you don't share the show, she does about 7 hours a day to put on the two shows, putting
A
it
day.
together. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I see.
For
what
each
you're
show,
saying.
you
Yeah.
put about 7 hours in to do it. So it's a lot of work. We love doing it, but you've got to share the show. So repeat back to me. I will share the show.
I do share.
I will share the show. Okay? As soon as it goes off, it's up on Facebook. You got to share it. Put a note with it.
Maybe
Worst
they're
program
embarrassed
ever.
they watched.
You know,
It's sort of like you watching 90 Day. I don't tell everybody that because I'm kind of embarrassed that we watched that.
watch the show or share the show. I know these people want to do it. Linda Putt says number 2. Ron Hansen says number 2. Cody says 34. Michael Scott says leave it to Jim. I want to roll the window down on the dragon. Spacecraft, the dragon.
Spacecraft.
Yeah, because I said put the food outside the window. He goes, leave it to Jim, roll the window down the dragon. I'm just nominating you right now with a bullet. Line of the
Okay,
day.
who had that? That is
Michael
pretty
Scott,
funny.
line of the day.
That took
roll
me
the
a
window
minute
down.
to figure out. Roll the window down.
All right, roll the window down.
That
Oh,
would
you know,
be
the
a-
other one was your dad saying he would pay for me to go to the space station.
Yeah, that's true.
All right,
I
window
think he
down.
was really serious. I don't think that was
I kinda-
sarcasm.
I kind of think he was serious. Maybe he doesn't qualify. So that was Michael Scott,
Oh, it's hot.
and then her, and your dad. What's his name again? Neil. That's right.
Yeah.
Neil was Send Jim.
Send Jim.
Okay.
Slim Jim. Which reminds me, you guys are going to be praying for Jim in the morning because he is going in to
Put
have
the picture up again.
Pebbles and Bam Bam taken out.
Put the picture
They're
up.
going to be blown out of there. Although the nurse did tell him it could take 2 or 3 times. Oopsie.
Yeah, and it's
Oh,
like
it's wrong.
28 grand or something.
28 grand.
Yeah, for the
Oh,
surgery.
yeah,
you know,
but
it's
I mean,
like
by the time, yeah.
insane
And I
numbers.
gotta
Oh,
find
I
it.
could go to the space station. Just forget about it.
Yeah, there you go. You know
there
what?
they are.
If you went up there, maybe it would they would explode.
So you want me to explain the graphics here, ladies and gentlemen? Those right there, that
Well,
little
you're pointing
animated
to 'em.
figure. Yeah, but those are goggles. Actually, they're goggles in my kidney. I drew those circles with my big honking fingers,
Right.
my Shrek hands.
Shrek hands.
Ron says he will share it. If you're going to share it with everybody, would you please tell me you're going to share it? Give us a little heads up. Neil says, I said my son-in-law, but you took it for granted it was you. You know, since Neil ain't working, he's gotten a little snarkier.
I know.
So he's
I
actually
know.
nominated for 2 lines of the day. We need
All
some
right.
more snarkiness.
The-
Hanson, where are you? You're usually snarky.
The brightest.
Chris and Linda
Light
have
in the
had
sky.
nothing today. Okay, brightest light in the sky. What number is it?
I know.
Guess.
It is the second brightest. It's the moon, and then it's Venus, and then it's the space station.
Gonna be
Okay,
the-
so I got to show you guys something. I thought this was really fun.
I think you answered that wrong.
Oh, the second brightest light in the sky.
Okay, what's brighter than it?
The moon,
Yeah.
Venus.
Okay,
So
that's-
I said besides. Oh, I didn't put that. Yeah, besides the moon. So the
Oh,
moon doesn't
right,
count.
right.
So it's actually the second.
Okay.
Don't do that.
Honey, there's been so
He's
much
trying
math
to
on this
correct me
program.
here. Like,
This has been
seriously?
Susan Wells stopped watching. It's too much math, she said.
Is that what she said?
I think she said
Okay. So anyhow, you guys, this was really interesting. So you can go onto this website, spot the
Oh.
station. You can actually see the station
Yeah.
as it goes by, like your house. So
Yeah.
you just put in your information.
This
I've
is
done it.
You did?
Yeah, I'm gonna see you. They text you and they
Oh,
tell
that's
you
awesome.
when it's by your house, and you can supposedly see it.
With your luck,
At
it's going to
night.
be 4 a.m. and you're going to panic.
I know. Well, I know. I have to turn
You're going
my
to think,
phone off.
it's my daughter.
But it's called Spot the Station. See, we're learning tonight. We're gonna grow and change.
Pandora?
Spot the station, the International Space Station.
This is the Sesame Street for adults with ADHD, Pandora. I'm just
They
saying.
say you can see it moving in the sky.
Like Michael
I
Scott.
didn't know that.
Michael Scott would say,
I feel like I'm dumb.
roll the window down on the dragon, baby.
Pull the window down.
All right,
It's
Rolf
coming
says he's
our
going to
way.
share it. Who else is going to share it? Cody says never seen it. Michael Scott, Jim can't handle the math. That is true. Remember, we're going for line of the day. You can't handle the tooth.
You can't
And
handle
you could
the
be
truth.
able to hold this until, when are we going back on? Thursday?
Oh, we were gonna talk. Let's talk about that, you guys, because not like Chris and Linda, you weren't on. So Friday, I think, is not a good day because people are doing things. So we thought about Thursday. Can we switch from Monday
Friday.
was it? Yeah, we're gonna do Mondays and Thursdays. How does everybody feel? Thursdays okay?
Yeah,
Instead
I
of
think when we
Friday,
asked before, yeah.
we'll do Thursdays. Yeah.
Okay, Neil Green just says, I see it go over my house. I waved and they blow the horn. Neil's meds are off today, huh?
There you go. That can be line of the day.
Heather Bemis says, I'm a math nerd, math rocks. Oh, Heather, I hated you people in school. Spot the Space Cadet, Jim, Chris and Linda. They might be coming for a line of the day. His lines have been terrible today. I don't know what
He
happened.
kind of does look like the space cadet. Dun, dun, dun.
We're talking about space, so put him back on, baby. Chris says Space Cadet. All right, we'll go with it. It's kind of lame, Chris, but it might make it to line of the day. All right, people, who's going to share this thing? We got to share this thing if we want to grow the audience.
Because it's just
And
it's
it's
too
a-
much fun here, you guys.
It is, and it's a lot of work.
It's just
so
got to be a distraction from everything going on. That's the way that we look at it. We need a distraction. There's just too much crazy. Too much crazy.
Linda Potts wants to know if we purelled the thing. Nope. Look how
No,
yellow
I
it
know.
is. Yep. Honey, I never.
I know.
Wow.
My birds.
I never noticed it fits in the center hole of the table.
I know this is a loud table.
It is a loud table.
We
All
are
right.
so melting.
See, Thursday is great. Pandora says Pandora's.
Oh,
Yeah.
Chris said we missed so many tonight. I was sarcastic
Yeah.
remarks.
I don't think so.
He's probably
They
right.
gotta jump out
They
at
went
you.
right by us.
All right. So
Yeah.
you want to use my fan? This is my
I
special.
know. I'm never hot. But
This
tonight
I bought
it's
at
like,
the Fat Man department at
Wow.
DXL.
Yeah. All right. Well, since somebody already gave this one away, I'll just go ahead and I'll put it up and I'll show you. I'll tell you guys the answer.
Yeah. Thanks, Atwood.
So the space station travels at 5 miles per second. I thought that was interesting. 5 miles per second.
So Pandora, see if you can get the answer right.
It's number 3.
Just trying to help
5
you out
miles
there.
per second. So anyhow, I thought that it orbits every 90 minutes. So, okay, we're done teaching.
Wow.
That's all I got.
It's been a lot. Little Fletch,
But-
I think, is completely overwhelmed.
Yeah, I think he left us.
I think he did. All right, those are the end of our questions?
Yeah, so now let's go ahead and we'll pick line of the day because we got to pray. We got to pray for the nation.
We do. It's just insane, and the sun is setting, and that's when people get really stupid.
It's just unbelievable.
It's
almost
amazing
inconceivable.
how
Inconceivable.
it's a horrible event, followed up by horrible responses.
Right.
It's I don't even know how to explain it.
I
And
think
it's
there's
like,
a lot of good people that
I did see
appalled.
a kid who was arrested today, and he was handcuffed on the curb, and the guy is interviewing him, and I think he stole a bike. It doesn't matter. But the point is, he says, were you doing this because of Floyd? And he goes, well, maybe a little bit. I'm like, no, you weren't. It just gets really, really dumb.
It's
And
crazy.
Fletch is still here. Thanks for sticking with
Aw.
us, Fletch.
He's still there.
Yeah.
We miss you, Fletch.
Yeah,
You're
he was supposed to come
stay
see us, and
Yeah.
then the COVID thing
Yeah,
happened.
everything happened. The world went crazy.
So we're going to pray for the nation. We're going to pray especially for Minnesota, and I don't know how this all gets fixed.
Yeah.
I have no idea, but I know God knows how to do it. I love what Larry King did with the Rodney King beating, when that video was so repulsive and reprehensible. He was still on the radio, Larry King hadn't really transferred fully to TV. So he's on the radio, and I used to listen to him late night. And he said, tonight we're only going to take callers who are going to bring me an answer as to give me a scenario where that is justifiable.
right.
And everybody tried, but nothing is justifiable.
No, neither the event
No.
that happened, what the
Yeah,
police did,
right.
and then what everybody's doing, which
And
I
that
don't
w-
think everybody's doing it. I
and-
think it's like some bad.
Yeah, and that was his point with the Rodney King beating. When you watch that and all the cops are tagging him and everything, and you're like, give me a scenario where that's justified.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know. So it's a
Crazy.
horrible, horrible thing.
Right.
Line of the day. We got some options. We got Scott. Michael Scott with Roll the Window Down on the Dragon. That
Right.
might be pretty good. Neil saying send Jim. And then he had another line, which I'm not even willing to repeat. Chris Soderlund gave us just a really softball, almost a tetherball line about Space Cadet. I don't know. Those are the three options.
Okay, you guys vote. Was
You
it
can
Michael
vote in.
Scott?
Number one, Michael Scott, roll down the window on the Dragon, Jim. Number two, Neil, my father-in-law, send Jim to space. And number three, Chris Soderlund with just a sympathy vote. He said Space Cadet, something about that to me.
I got an opinion. Can I
Yeah, you can vote. Weigh in.
Okay, I gotta tell you, I think roll the window down. Roll the window down and the dragon.
You better tag that, Michael, because you got to use that in a promo. All right. Still not done up here yet, Linda says. Yeah, I know it. Andrew Johnson says number one. He wants Michael Scott, roll the window down on the Dragon. JJ's going with number two. Neil's. Send Jim. Lydell's going with number two. Rolf goes with number two. Man, Neil is coming along. Heather Bemis is going with number two. Send Jim. Chris and Linda go with number three. That's them.
Twice. Three
Twice.
times.
Oh, that's right. So they actually got, oh man, now he's spanking me with threes. Neil's going to go for number one because Neil's an elder at a church. He has to vote for somebody else. Chris and Linda, another three. Ronald Hanson goes with the number one, and Michael Scott. Other than the 19 votes for Chris and Linda, which came in incidentally by Chris and Linda.
By Soderlund and
Soderlund. It looks like, in my opinion, it's Michael Scott. Or no, it's number two. It's Neil Green, I think.
Yep, I think, Dad, you won. You got line of the day. I think
Line
you
of the
won
day.
it.
Well, he's
This
the
is
guy
a
that made
twofer.
this tooth so dirty, so we're giving this. You can't handle the tooth, Neil. So here you go, bud. Just reach out towards your screen right now, and poof. That's as close as we get to a healing crusade right there. So everybody, we're going to pray for Minnesota. We're going to pray for all the states, but obviously
And
Ohio.
then for Jim. 'cause
Oh
he's
yeah,
got
my kidney thing tomorrow
Yeah.
morning.
Pebbles and
6
Bam
in the
Bam.
morning. The thing I am looking forward to about this kidney is I love the nap you get when they knock
I
you
know.
out. It's
He's
like,
going to nap really well tomorrow.
I really wish that drug was on the street.
But we just want him to wake up.
Yeah, there you go. All right, kids. So we're going to pray. If you want to join me,
Yeah.
you can. Touch the TV or your phone. We don't care. So, Jesus, we thank you, Lord, that you've created us and you know our end from our beginning. We thank you, Lord, you gave us laughter during COVID. We ask that you would give us laughter during this terrible onslaught of our nation, where it's just hatred everywhere on both sides, Father. We ask for peace, and you are the God of peace. So we ask for that, your supernatural peace. Stop the attackers and give the police brains, Lord, and give them peace as well. So, Lord, make a difference in our nation tonight. May we hear that something happened because we had Christians all over this nation and all over this world praying for peace. In Jesus' name, thank you, Lord. And help me
Amen.
tomorrow in my surgery. Bless the hands of the physician and get me home safe. Amen.
Amen. All
You
right.
guys are
we
awesome.
love you guys. All right. Oh,
Please.
we're going to play this commercial that Michael Scott
Yes,
Productions.
and hold on. Please share this thing. I need all of you to share it so we can get the viewers up and gain some traction on the audience. We
He's
need
not
your
going to
help.
let me continue to work on this.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Here we are.
Here we go. There we go.
Boom.
Boom.
Also, people, if you haven't liked us on the YouTube channel, I need you to go to our YouTube channel and subscribe. We're switching content over there, but go ahead and
God,
join
God.
it.
All right. Love you guys.